I always forget about our intro and I start talking.
All right.
Anyway, hello everybody. Hi Karen, how are you? Welcome to Chat with Castlescape and Clones, where we try to discuss all of the news from Disney, Star Wars, and Marvel. And we got some great news coming up today. Um, and it should be a relatively short episode, but anyway, if you are new here, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you, and we'd love for you to subscribe to our channel, hit the bell for notifications, and do like this post, as it really does help us out. I'm here as always with my cousin and co-pilot, Cousin Rich.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going all right. How are you doing?
Good, and I just wanted to say hi to Pete and Allie and William the Unknown and
Hello.
Karen and everything. Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. Um, anyway, we're just doing intros. I'm just finding out what's been going on with Cousin Rich.
What have I been up to? Oh, I went to the first night of Villains Night at
I know.
DCA. I know you were supposed to go.
Yeah, I'm so glad that I was able to give you my ticket. Like, I didn't have it registered, so I just was able to give you the ticket, the sign in, and you were able to do it, which is great. So, hi, Meglet.
I still have to cut that video together.
Yeah.
But you know, it was all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big like waiting in line for things, which is weird to say at a theme park, but you know.
Yeah. I heard that it was really, like, if you were a character fan like me, that it was a good event for character fans.
Yeah,
but
thought
people,
I got to see all the ones that were kind of rare, but there was one I missed. The one from Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, Yzma.
I did not. I know where she was, but I didn't realize that's where she was.
Yeah, I know. She's really great looking. I've met Yzma before.
Okay.
I've met most of them except for Chef Louis. I didn't get to meet, and Edgar Baltazar. So those were two. I've met Yokai and Yzma before. So
yeah, anyway. I managed to get some pictures and videos of those guys.
Yeah, I saw that you put up some shorts.
Yeah.
Of I think it was Yokai today. So that's fun.
I don't remember what order I put them up in, but but yeah, like Villains Night's very Halloweeny, except without the Halloween decorations and the Villains Grove.
It's Halloween except for the Halloween.
Like Halloween in Disney, especially California Adventure, is filled with this, like, the more modern music, like let's do stuff from the Descendants and things.
Yeah,
like blasting everywhere. So I felt like that. It felt like back in October,
right?
And then some of the villain characters are out. Like the one, I think the one that was disappointing was Avengers Campus, and that this had Loki out, and like Loki's out all the time.
I know. Why didn't they have Agatha? I wonder. That's like so crazy.
Even Zombie Cap, or maybe a new villain.
Zombie Cap would have been so awesome.
Yeah,
or both of them. I mean, they could have had both of them,
but
or all three of them. They could have had all three.
Yeah, I mean they've had Sylvie out before. Like I would take her because I never see her.
Yeah,
out and about.
See, I haven't even seen Sylvie.
Yeah. It was like she's only there.
They only had like the variants out for a while, for like a short time.
Yeah.
Party Thor. Yeah, Party Thor would have been awesome. Anywho, well, that's good. At least I was able to give my ticket to you, and you were able to go and take some video and stuff. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get to the news. So I know that, like, Pete and Allie and some other people would love to discuss the trailer for Obi-Wan Kenobi. And so let's go ahead and start with the Star Wars news. Just in case we go long, I just want to make sure that we get to the big thing first. So trailer, there it is. Oh my god!
Yeah.
First impression.
I mean, like the whole thing. I can't say I was 10 because this really reminds me a lot of.
I screamed here. I screamed
of prequel era stuff, right?
Yeah.
Especially here. I know you can't hear in the stream, but like this is where they started the Duel of the Fates. And even in my years where I was not the biggest prequel fan, I love the Duel of the Fates.
Oh yeah, it's such a great piece.
That piece always gets me, right? So as soon as I heard that, I'm like, I'm in. But I mean, I was always going to be in. But I think it looks good for what they needed to do. I know some people are complaining about the look of the Inquisitors, but I mean, you're trying to get something from a very stylized cartoon into real life. I'm like,
I know exactly.
I'm more about is the actor that they have good? And so far, I think, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, you know, they come from animation and a very stylized animation, very, you know, like a very different CGI look. And I mean, people complain about the weirdest things, like with Cad Bane and the hat. I'm like, I can't even with you. I can't even. It's just too crazy.
So, I mean, I like that. We do see that he's not going to be on Tatooine the whole time.
Yeah.
Which, you know, like people complain about that too. Like, oh, it's Tatooine again. I'm like, have you not seen A New Hope?
I know.
So I'm like, oh, it starts with Tatooine again. I'm like, yeah, because that's where he went.
Like, I mean, that's the most obvious place where they would film. Is Tatooine, or I mean, they don't film on Tatooine, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I am glad that we see another. I don't know what it is. I think they mention it in the I forget what's Entertainment Weekly or whatever magazine that they have the cover.
Yeah, Entertainment Weekly.
I think they mentioned the planet that cityscape is in. I've never heard of it, so it must be new to the show. But you know, I'm glad it's not just to be desert. So
yeah, I know. There's so many desert planets in Star Wars, and it's just like, it's crazy. Hey, Danielle and Ben, how's it going? Yeah, it's so crazy, but I like screamed when I saw Luke, when I saw the Grand Inquisitor. Yeah, look at that.
I like how he's pretending he's like a pilot or like a pod racer.
Yeah, which you would totally do at that age.
Right, and he has a similar kind of goggles that Anakin had as a kid.
So, what is this, like 10 years into the future?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like Luke is about 10.
Yeah, because this is like 9 years before, 90-ish years before A New Hope.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just think that it's good. I mean, you know, like Ewan McGregor is such a great Obi-Wan that you're just by his presence alone. Now, I'm really curious to see how they're going to do Hayden Christensen. And did you see the picture of from Entertainment Weekly of Darth Vader?
No, is that a picture of Darth Vader?
I should have pulled that.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, there's a picture from from Entertainment Weekly, and it has Darth Vader. It's just like a picture of Darth Vader. It looks like he could be in any movie. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and it's very good. Yeah, check it out later because I think that you'll like it.
I think.
It must be a really hard 9 years to come back looking like Alec Guinness. I know, I was just about to say that as well.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
another thing
recovered from.
that people are kind of grabbing on. I'm like, how does someone age that much? I'm like, the desert does things.
Yeah, the desert. The desert just ages you.
Is it this
Yeah,
one?
there it is. There it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's Vader.
Yeah. I'm just curious how are we going to see Hayden Christensen? I mean, under
Yeah.
the mask, he's all grossly grotesque, um, and I'm nervous about it. I'm nervous about it if they take his mask off and he sounds like Hayden Christensen.
I mean, like a little bit down in the timeline, Vader confronts Ahsoka in Rebels. And
Mm-hmm.
in that duel, she knocks part of his mask, like cleaves it a little bit. So you see a little bit of Anakin, and he still looks Anakin-ish.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like that weird sickly color that was in Return of the Jedi. So I
Yeah.
feel like they are going to do there's going to be probably a scene either from that Bacta thing that he did in Rogue One, or
Mm-hmm.
that chamber thing that he has in Empire Strikes Back,
Right.
right? Or a combination or something where he needs to go back in there to
In there,
kind of
yeah.
like Boba Fett had to go and do his healing
Into
thing.
the back of the tank, yeah.
I just hope, part of me hopes we don't get like the Boba Fett treatment where it's like Anakin goes in the back of the tank and then we have a flashback
Right.
to something like, you did this already.
Yeah.
But I think you don't cast Hayden again without having to show him at some point.
Yeah. It's got to be flashbacks. So it's got to be flashbacks. Let's see. Two tiny wings says, "Do you think we will go to Mustafar?"
So let me find this part of the video. But
You found a part of the video. Let's see.
Talk amongst yourself for a second.
Okay. Just while he's looking that up, Ben. Oh my God, I died when you tried the chicken scraps. It was so funny.
Okay.
Here we go.
So this is the Inquisitorius base. This is where the Inquisitors are. And this is on a planet that is next to Mustafar.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
We might at least glimpse the planet, but I don't know if we'll make it to Mustafar itself. But this is Mustafar adjacent, if you will.
Right. But this would be the time where Mustafar would be Darth Vader's castle. So I mean, or his castle would be there.
Yeah.
Hey, Melissa.
A lot of the stuff in the base looks very much like. I mean, if you look at the ship itself, these look like the tiers of Darth Vader's castle.
Oh yeah, yeah, it totally does.
And if you see on this one, I keep here, like this chair, looks like Darth Vader's spires. So I think this is Vader's chair.
Yeah, I bet
all the other ones are like normal looking. Someone important has to be sitting here. So it's either going to be the Grand Inquisitor or it's Vader's.
Yeah, but if they are showing Vader, then it's got to be Vader's.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and then not to say, like, I think this is all underwater.
Yeah.
Like, I think when you see it, the tower, it's mostly, that's just the top, but I think it goes underwater.
Interesting.
That's where most of the thing is. So Fun facts.
Yeah, I mean, you caught a lot because I mean, like I was looking at it, but I have no idea. Like I know also there's another Inquisitor. What's her name? Reva.
Yeah, that Riva or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a new character we haven't met previously.
Okay. I
Um,
was wondering. I had seen her name or heard her name, but I didn't know if she was in Rebels or if she was. So okay,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
glad that I haven't seen her before. I
So
guess
that's
I
who
was
she
like,
is.
yeah.
Looks like she's like going to be the main pro antagonist of this.
Is she in the book? In a book, I mean,
No, I think
or a
she's
comic book?
new to this. So for anyone who doesn't really know, the Inquisitors are not Sith. Some of
Right.
them are ex Jedi who fell to the dark side, but they're not considered Sith. Some of them are kids who are kidnapped by the Emperor during the Clone Wars, pre-Clone War or pre-New Hope era. And they all there's like maybe I think we know there's like 10 of them, but
Hmm.
each of them kind of has their own mission to hunt down specific people. Like there was one who was kind of after Kanan from Rebels, and then there was ones they were sent after Ahsoka, and then there was one. Then there's a couple that were sent after Cal Kestis in the Fallen Order game.
Right.
Um, so, and then there was one that was sent to hunt down Darth Maul. So we've seen those ones. I think there's some in the comic, and I think there's one in the Ahsoka book.
Right.
Um, but yeah, most of them kind of have that black outfit with these pauldron thingies. So
Weren't wasn't that guy with the hat on? Is he an Inquisitor? You know which guy I'm talking about? He's like behind. He's in front of some troops.
yeah, I think he is one of the. I think we've seen him before.
Is he like the something brother, first brother, second brother, the
I want to say
seventh brother?
he's either the seventh brother. I don't know. I can't remember which one's which, but
Yeah.
I want to say he's the one that was sent to hunt down Kanan after they, spoiler alert, defeated the Grand Inquisitor.
Okay.
And I think in like season 2 of Rebels.
Right. Yeah. I think you're right. Uh, Karen is saying that you need to come to the next trivia night, which I won the prequel one, by the way.
Really?
Hello. Yes. Thankfully, you got me back into the prequels, and and I watched them again, and I was like, oh, okay, these are not as terrible as they remember them to be.
Yeah.
So, most knowledge I have of Star Wars is from the Old Republic games and the big movies. Yes, Star Wars Trivia Night in May. That would be great. Yeah, join us in May, Rich.
Yeah, let me know when. Hopefully I'll be
Okay.
free. Yeah.
Oh, Mary, how are you? How's it going? I think you and Rich would be unstoppable. Maybe I don't know. Probably Rich is very good at Star Wars, so
And I
he's
know
a
that
resident Star Wars expert.
are way more knowledgeable than I, because I do like, so movies, yes, the animated shows, yes, some of the books, yes, some of the video games, but like there's a lot of, I haven't kept up with the books at all. Um, so like
Yeah,
new canon books, I'm definitely not, like all the High Republic stuff, I am not that knowledgeable. Um, and the Disney era books I haven't really kept up with, which
right.
I used to
But
listen.
that's more than most people.
Yeah. And then I have um played the games. I've played all of the
Yeah,
role playing games and stuff. So it's just
yeah,
the hard part is trying to remember what is now canon and what is legends.
yeah.
So
You should see Rich's outfit for Star Wars night at Disneyland. It's pretty
Be
awesome.
awesome. I'm not
Yeah.
complete. It's not complete yet. I'm waiting for a couple more pieces, and then that'll be complete, and I'll have it.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
DC. Yeah, it's and you got liked by the guy that you were imitating, that you dressed as.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm kind of a generic thing, but like, I look
You look like him.
I look similar to Carson Teva, so
Yeah. So
yeah.
that's pretty awesome. All right. Anything else about this trailer? Anybody else have any questions about this trailer before we move on? I'll give it a second.
I am like, I didn't know if they're gonna do this, but they made the spinny lightsaber.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah. So I am looking forward to seeing how that looks.
Wait, they're making one?
And a live action spinny lightsaber.
Like that you can buy?
No. The only time we saw it was animated.
Oh, right.
Animation,
Okay.
you can do anything really in animation, but
I
having
see what you're saying.
a live action double bladed spinny lightsaber, I want to see how that looks.
Yeah, I'm curious as well.
I was gonna say, like, this part, it's hard to see, but this is a Jedi symbol. So I think whoever this is, might be Obi-Wan, is like looking for like a
Other
Jedi something.
Yeah.
It's like he's talking to someone in the beginning of the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping it's like another Jedi we might meet, right? Or somebody.
I wonder if you'll meet. I wonder if you'll see Ahsoka in the series.
I mean, it's
Because,
not. It wouldn't be out of. You know, out. It wouldn't be like out of left field. Like,
yeah, and he knows her.
They know each other really well.
Very well. So that would be kind of cool.
I'm trying to think in this time period. She would be probably full on Fulcrum at this point.
Yeah.
Helping either in the beginning of the Rebel Alliance, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go back and like look at the timelines, but like if not very close to when she joins the Rebel Alliance.
Right.
We do know like Bail Organa knows him as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's in it, so you know there's a chance.
Yeah.
I think they're bringing him back. He's either in this or in Andor. I can't remember, or it could be both.
I think it might be both, actually.
Right. So
which is great. I mean, like, as much as they can connect it to the movies, is always a wonderful thing.
Yeah, I mean this series looks like it's the bridge, the live action bridge between the prequels and the original trilogy.
And animation. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Oh wait, hold on. I bet they have some Ahsoka scenes filmed if needed. Yeah, I bet you so as well. I bet you.
I see it.
And I
mean, she would be. I wonder if she'd look different because this would be almost 20 years before Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So the way we see her,
Togruta must age very slowly, because if you think about it, she still looked young when meeting. When she was talking with Luke Skywalker.
Right. So, I mean, she would be 20 years younger in Kenobi era. So,
right.
I wonder if they would do something or make her look a little bit different.
I hope so. That would be nice. Like, my thing. I like the long Leku.
Yeah. I mean, there's people harp about that too, but I'm like, practically.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like, I like the long Leku, but I'm not going to die. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to complain about it.
I know they've tried it, and I'm pretty sure it's not practical for all the kind of moves she needs to do.
Yeah.
Right. Or it becomes very expensive because then they have to CG it, and then it might look
Right.
CG. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Alex, how are you? Thank you for coming in.
Hello.
We were just talking about the Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer, and now we are moving on to Star Wars Celebration tickets. They are going on sale March 15th. And Star Wars Celebration is going to be at the Anaheim Convention Center, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I believe, May 26th to the 29th is going to be held. Now, this was supposed to happen in Anaheim in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I think in August of 2020. And then obviously 2020 happened, so that didn't happen. But they didn't do one last year. So there's people that if you bought tickets for the 2021, if you didn't get them refunded, your tickets are still good. I don't know what that means for like dates and whatnot. So if you had tickets from before, I would say check in and see what's going on with your tickets. But
Mm-hmm.
I was worried that because of the pandemic and limited space and whatnot, they weren't going to sell tickets because it's only a couple months away, and they just announced tickets going on sale like this last week. So I'm excited. I'm gonna try to get the whole time there.
Yeah. That's really good.
Like,
That's the one thing is like I'm glad I went that one year and I got to see the talk with Carrie Fisher.
yeah, that was awesome.
And I mean that was like I mean it was
That was
it's too bad. I mean like I was going to say if you ever get a chance to see Carrie Fisher live, but unfortunately nobody will. But
yeah.
she is just
She's great.
was amazing.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
that Anaheim one that we went to was right before that's where they debuted the trailer.
Mm-hmm. For Force Awakens.
Yeah, I remember being in that audience with you. Like we got lucky. We got to be in the actual room.
Yeah.
Where they had everybody because there was a lot of people wanting to go and people were shuffled into like secondary rooms with like TV screens, but we got to be there in the arena, so that was cool.
Yeah, that was
awesome. We got the Chewie we're home moment. We got to see the debut of BB-8 in real life.
Yeah,
which was I remember being like, I'm like, what?
That was like
droid
amazing.
Is rolling around next to R2D2 on stage,
right? Because we just all believed that it was CGI.
Yeah, because you're like, that's not practical.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was an amazing one. And then the last one I went to was the one in Chicago, and that's when they debuted the Rise of Skywalker
right
trailer, which was amazing. And then that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's still cool in my hometown of Chicago.
Right.
But I don't think anything can beat having the cast of the original trilogy and
the new trilogy. Yeah, it was
before
amazing.
all that started. So
right, it was amazing. Alex, you would love to go to thing.
There's some merch that you can, I think, pre-buy right now.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, there's like a couple shirts, pins, hat.
Pins.
I might have to pick up a hat. It's the 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones, so that's the big thing. So I'm gonna guess it's gonna be a panel with Hayden's got to be there because of Obi-Wan. But I'm sure there's going to be like Hayden. I'm pretty sure Ewan McGregor is going to be there because, again, Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm.
Who else can be there? Ian McDermott. Maybe Sam Jackson. Who knows? But usually they do like a introspective on the anniversary movie, and this year is going to be Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if Natalie Portman being part of the Marvel kind of thing again, maybe she'll be doing some rounds.
Yeah, maybe. Good night, Pete and Allie. I'm glad that we were able to at least talk about the Obi-Wan trailer.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Okay, well, anything else on that subject?
In Celebration?
Yeah.
No, I'll be there. If anyone else is going, let us know. Maybe
Meet up. Yeah, meet up if you are going. I'm going to try to go.
Yeah. And if not, I mean, again, also it's next to Disneyland, so that's another kind of bonus.
Yeah.
I think the next one probably will be in Florida, I'm guessing.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think now that Disney owns
Star Wars, they're going to go back and forth.
It makes sense to go between the two parks because not only do they, own it, but like, hey, they have two convention centers that they use next to Galaxy's Edge, right?
Right.
And Star Cruiser.
And Star Cruiser. Yeah, I bet you that they're going to want to get people to stay at the Star Cruiser.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on. Let's move on to the Disney news. So, Disney Plus will offer an ad-supported tier with a lower price point. To me, it doesn't matter because I'm going to buy adless anyway. Like I it's worth it to me. Like I hate sitting through commercials, so it's worth the extra couple bucks for me to get it. But what do you think? Do you think it'll catch on?
It depends on. To be honest, I don't even know how much Disney Plus costs right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like speaking of the last like D23, that's when I think we bought our Disney Plus subscription for like 3 years.
And then we got the extra year through Verizon.
Yeah, from buying an iPhone. So I think I still have at least another year or two.
I think, we have about a little less than 2 years now. So it's crazy.
But it makes sense if the price difference is I don't say substantial, but like if people are not subscribing to Disney Plus because of cost, it would have to be something that's all right, that's doable.
Yeah.
Or people who just don't care about ads and just go like whatever.
Mary is asking, is the adless Disney Plus price going up? Not that I know of. I think it's going to stay the same, but they're going to make a lower price point for ad supported,
ad based ones.
Yeah.
If it went up, like everything, I wouldn't be surprised. But like, I think it's still out of most of the subscription services for the price, it's still probably got, at least for me, worth it more than some of the other ones. Like I watch Disney Plus more than I watch anything else.
Right.
So
yeah, same with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I like right now I'm watching Snowdrop, which is a Korean soap opera, and it's 16 episodes and it's 90 minutes an episode. Can you imagine if I had to sit through 90 minutes an episode with commercials? That would like kill me.
Like I wonder if it's like commercials just at the beginning and end, or does it have like in the middle of
I don't know. That's interesting. That's an interesting.
The ones in the middle, like in the ones that if the show doesn't start for like a minute because I had to watch some ads, I'm like, okay, whatever. That's grab the popcorn time. That's grab the drink, and then go. But if it's in the middle, like sometimes they get interrupted in the most inopportune points of the story. You're just like,
Mm-hmm.
and then boom, come to Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Whatever ad Disney's going to run.
Yeah, I was watching. What was I watching? Alien on, I think it was Amazon Prime or whatever. And oh my god, just sitting through those commercials, and it would like cut in the weirdest places.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to know about this right now. So,
does Hulu do it in the middle of
yeah,
shows, or is it just in the middle, or in the beginning? Oh, it's in the middle.
yeah, it's in the middle as well.
Bah.
I know. Yeah. So, yeah, I agree with Karen is saying. I feel like they're setting the stage for a price increase. They probably are. I
I
mean,
mean,
like Rich said, these things always rise.
and especially like well, I think we'll talk a little bit more about it in a little bit, but like Disney Plus is like the darling of the Disney like investors calls. Like, we're so good.
Yeah,
Like, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be like, we should
hike
bump
that
it up at some point.
Yeah,
But even that, like, they still have to keep competitive with everyone else. So I think it's not going to go up to the point where it's just like ridiculous unless all the other ones go up ridiculously.
yeah,
But at that point, you want to battle for the audience, and it's not the way to kind of win over things. Like, sure, they got the content, but is it enough?
right. Yeah. Mary's saying it's like every 10 minutes or something. There's an ad on Hulu.
Is that the paid or the free?
Hey,
I can't remember I can't remember the tiers of Hulu. There's like a ad.
there's an ad supported one. There's a free one. I think like you could just download the app and watch stuff.
Yeah.
But you don't have access to like their exclusive content. Then there is one where you can get exclusive content with ads.
Okay.
And then there is ad free, which is what I get because I can't stand ads. I just I just don't like to sit through them. So
Yeah.
I would rather, I even buy a subscription to YouTube.
Oh, because you don't like the ad parts?
Yeah, because I just don't want to sit through the ads.
I just got used to it. I'm just like, just wait for that skip ad button to pop up. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah. All right. So Ben and Danielle are heading away. Oh, have a good trip, Ben.
Trip.
I know. Going to Vegas.
Vegas. Oh, man. I haven't been to Vegas for a while.
Yeah.
And now, if I drive to Vegas, it'll cost me as much as a plane ticket.
Right. I know. Huh?
Oh my god! I filled up my tank for $80, and I have a Kia Soul.
Oh my god!
13 gallons.
Yeah. Yeah. It's madness. It's got to stop soon.
Yeah.
Anywho. All right. Next, we're going to talk about. So there's this whole rigmarole with the "Don't Say Gay" legislation in Florida.
Man.
So Disney had donated to a lot of the supporters of the legislation, and just so that everybody knows, the legislation would limit discussion of LGBT topics in the classroom. Like, they cannot build a curriculum, and it gives parents the right to sue if there is sexual orientation or gender identity that's brought up in the classroom where they don't want it. So that's what the legislation we're talking about.
It's also isn't it only from grades kindergarten to like third grade?
Well, kindergarten to third grade for some, but then
okay.
I think it's like parents have the right in general. So anyway, of course, LGBT fans and shareholders, uh, you know, got infuriated with Disney for doing this. A lot of people, a lot of shareholders calling for Chapek to step down. So Chapek said that he's going to donate $5 million to the Human Rights Campaign, which is the leading lobby group in the LGBTQ community. And they um, the Human Rights Campaign, though, said that they are refusing the gift
Oh.
until Disney does something more meaningful. So Disney has reached out to Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, to try to have a meeting with him and the LGBTQ members of the senior team in Florida. You know, there was a conversation that was had, but no date has been filled. Um, and in the meantime, Ron DeSantis comes out swinging against Disney and says, you know, oh, everybody wants transgenderism in kindergarten, you know, and also slammed their support of, you know, of China. They have two theme parks in China, and they, you know, they want Chinese business for films. So to me, that's an apples and oranges thing. And like whether you want to, you know,
It's the whataboutism that side uses all the
yeah,
time.
yeah, exactly. So anyway, that's the whole thing, and you know, I'm glad that the HRC um, like denied the gift until they do something because now Chapek is trying to act, which is good. And so we'll just see what happens.
Yeah,
Um,
like I know we try to steer positive on this channel, but
yeah.
like everything I read about like Chapek's response and his excuse for non-response,
Mm-hmm.
compared to other things that Disney has responded to, doesn't quite cut the mustard. Like they've been
Yeah.
vocal about other things also that were quote unquote could be weaponized, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like it just adds to the fact that I think Chapek does not understand the culture
Yeah.
of Disney,
I don't think he does.
right? Like he's business, sure, but that doesn't make a good CEO for a company like Disney.
Right.
It's understanding not the fact, not just yeah, and you do have to have some business savvy. Obviously, it's a business, right?
Yeah.
But it's a business built upon this legacy of and like what Disney stands for, the brand. You know,
Mm-hmm.
no one's going to argue that everyone who's been part of Disney, even Walt himself, has been perfect as human beings. You know,
Yeah.
everyone's got faults, but
Mm-hmm.
like Chapek has just been weird. Like he's not personable. He like tends to cower from like people, like
Yeah.
like people that matter, um, and not doesn't understand what his actions and non-actions do. Like his whole
Right.
thing was like, I'm gonna talk to Ron DeSantis. I'm like, no one in this world thinks that's gonna do anything. Like Ron DeSantis is like every time I see him, he's just like he's doubled down on being the worst person ever. Like,
I know. I know.
so I'm like, what are you going to really do and talk about with Ron DeSantis? That he's going to bow down to Disney? No, he's not. Like, if
Yeah.
you want to make a difference, you want to do something. It's where the money goes and who you
Exactly.
support, right? Yeah, sure. You could have supported these other politicians that support this bill.
Mm-hmm.
Denounce it. Denounce it. Something.
Yeah. Exactly. I totally agree. Oh, and I should also mention that at the same time, there was a letter by Pixar employees sent to Variety that basically said that Disney is always censoring their LGBT content, which I thought
Yeah.
was interesting. And I know they're very frustrated over at Pixar right now.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of Disney employees are, especially the ones that are
Yeah.
being kind of forced to move from here in California to Florida to that state.
Yeah.
Um, especially if you're in the LGBTQ community, because
Yeah, because it's
you're
a
heading
much.
towards like one of the worst states. Well,
Yeah, it's much different
area.
in Florida than it is in California for
Yeah.
LGBT people.
So yeah, like all these things, and like with the investor call, and it's laughable that he said like everyone loves Genie Plus, and like all this
Yeah.
stuff about this bill. I'm just like where like what who's telling you that these things are good moves, and like Genie Plus is like everyone loves it, because I don't know
Right.
anyone who loves it.
I know. I know.
So
I think it's by the dollars. Like, people buy into it. It doesn't mean that they're not frustrated with it.
yeah,
But, people want to not stand in line, so they buy it. And
yeah. I mean,
yeah, it's
I'm saying like if I know I'm going to be there the whole day, and I know I want to ride rides, I'm going to get it, because if you don't, you're not going to do everything you want to do, and it's like
mhm.
you might as well just add it like a ticket tier that has it already, and not have to deal with like just like it really what it is. It's like a ticket plus like a
Yeah.
thing. So just make it a ticket and just be like, do you want a park ticket or do you want a park ticket plus?
Right.
You don't have to deal with this. I know they want to push that app, but even the app is not the greatest thing at all. Like the
Yeah.
free Genie, there's so much wrong with it, and it doesn't do what you need it to do, especially here at Disneyland.
Hmm.
Maybe at Florida is a little easier if you don't park hop a lot, but like literally we can park hop anytime we want here, and it's a 5-minute walk.
Yeah. If
Right?
that, I mean, it's
I mean, like
not.
it
I
doesn't.
don't.
Genie doesn't know how long you're gonna be in the park. It doesn't ask you, so it's giving me weird timing for like rides. Like ride this at 10:30 tonight. Like I'm not gonna be here at 10:30 at night.
Hmm.
Or what if I want to go to uh, California Adventure? What if I want to eat at Flo's? Man,
Yeah. Karen is saying that the country as a whole is heading toward a tipping point to fully accept LGBTQ plus as part of our culture, country, reality, etc. Currently, many just see it as an outlier community to tolerate, which is not the same thing. Yes, exactly.
yeah.
You are correct.
Like maybe it's the industry I work in. Like I work in entertainment a lot, so it's to me it's not an outlier. It's just part of my community. Like as anybody is. So like I don't understand why the fight against all this stuff. I'm just like,
Yeah, and
yeah,
for me, as
it's people.
somebody that is gay, it's not
Yeah,
an outlier for me as well.
yeah. But
So,
like in the settings I've been in, and like it doesn't make sense to me
mhm.
that all these like pushing back on rights and like treating it like it's you're some kind of pariah or whatever in 2022 especially.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
so true. Making up rules about how we expose children to LGBTQ is like making up rules of how to expose them to race and or immigrants. It's that exactly so
Yeah.
true. Uh, anyway, we could go on, but just
Yeah.
wanted to update everybody on that because there's a lot that's happened with that. All right, for this next story, Karen, have Andy sit down for this. But Disney Plus has announced the Muppets Mayhem comedy series featuring the Electric Mayhem. So
I
can't wait for that. I love the Electric Mayhem.
I do as well. I like the premise, so I hope this one works. I hope, because I've been every single time the Muppets put up something, I just want it to work.
I know, me too. I just want. Who is the? Do you know who the actress or the singer is that is like going to be the lead live actress?
Oh, she's like she has a show, but I'm not really familiar with her. So I'm not hip.
I know, me neither.
I'm not hip. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know who she is, but hopefully she's good, and hopefully we'll like it. And
I mean, it's a good, like, the premise. If anyone wants to know, the premise is that Electric Mayhem is now basically trying to record their first album,
right.
And so the live action actor is the AR rep, whatever recording company, and she's basically taking these guys through what it's like to be in the music industry today. And then wackiness ensues. I'm just hoping for like some cool like musical cameos from like people.
That would be really cool, like having other music groups and things like that. That would be awesome. I just think that Electric Mayhem is such a great band itself. Can you picture that is one of my favorite songs from the Muppet movie, which is the one that they sing. And it's great. So anyway, good times.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. All right. So next we are looking at the first look at Pinocchio. Can you pull that up on the screen? Look at this. First of all, hello. Look at Pinocchio. He looks like Pinocchio.
I don't know what it was. Like, I didn't think they're gonna go
full Pinocchio,
full animated Disney Pinocchio. I thought it was just gonna be like a wooden puppet, something.
Right. I know. I was expecting like, I was expecting like a more fake looking puppet, but he looks amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what it looks like.
Yeah. So
walking around and how that nose grows.
Right. Nose grows. So I wonder how they're going to do Jiminy Cricket. I wonder if he's going to look
like Jimmy
animated.
Cricket?
Yeah, like a, instead of an actual cricket.
I hope they do an animated style cricket and not like just a cricket. Like
if they're going for this, and somebody put up a side by side of a scene from the movie and this, and it's like it looks great. Like it looks like a scene from the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I that's just what that's the thing. It's like when I watch a live action thing, I just kind of want a lot of familiar things, and for them to have this Mary saying, "Wow, I'm so happy he looks like Pinocchio." Exactly. I'm so glad as well. He just looks amazing. So
right, because like I do not want to see this singing.
You don't want to see what scene?
I don't want to see this singing.
I know. Me neither.
I want to see Jimmy Cricket singing.
Yeah.
Don't put clothes on this guy. Just make the animated version of him.
Exactly. It's just too
like I will accept the cat as a cat. Sure.
The cat Figaro is a cat and Cleo is a actual goldfish. I wouldn't mind.
Yes.
But Jiminy Cricket talks.
Needs to be magical. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just hoping that they do it. I mean, it looks like they're trying to be faithful to the original. So we will see.
Do they cast the Blue Fairy?
I want to say that they did, and I can't remember who it is. Um, but
Cynthia Rivio?
oh, okay.
I
She
don't know
was
that name.
in she was in that movie Harriet about Harriet Tubman,
Oh,
and she's great. Yeah, she
okay.
would be. Yeah,
Just thinking.
she'd be a very different Blue Fairy, but at the same time, you
Right.
know,
I can
I'm
see
all
it.
for them giving.
That's
I'm
cool.
all for
I like her.
changing it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's a great actress, so that's a good thing,
And
and a
then we.
great singer.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah, she sings as well.
Nice.
All right, all right. Well, let's move on to the Marvel news. So there was some She-Hulk cupware on Amazon that leaked out showing Tatiana Maslany as She-Hulk. And look at this. She looks amazing.
Yeah, these are just renders, so they're not like I don't think they're photos. So
No, they're not, but it looks, close enough to. I mean, that
yeah,
looks like her with
I like
she has that purple, that purple outfit.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
that's the one on the left that shows the cross of the two halves.
hmm
Looks pretty good. I'm just
yeah.
wondering, like, what's her? Because Tatiana Maslany is not tall, so I wonder if they're gonna do a weird size thingy with her.
Yeah, I bet you that they are. I
Right.
mean, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
All
So
right, Karen, thanks for stopping by. I hope that he was excited about the Muppets news. Um, yeah, what were we saying? I'm sorry.
I'm saying it's funny that we get the first look from Thermos.
I know, that's so funny.
Like, I wonder if that was not meant to go out somewhere and they broke
I I
date
think
or
I think they just broke. Like how sometimes Target will,
yeah.
put
Like
up something that they weren't supposed to, and
pretty sure they wanted to save this look for like a trailer or something.
right.
Oh
Because
well.
from what I understand, Ms. Marvel is coming next, and then She-Hulk will be coming later this year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wish that they would come out. Like, I wish that one Marvel series would end and another one would
I feel like that
begin.
was what it was like last year.
Yeah, like I felt like
It
that's
was like
what the way that it
it
was.
was like a 2 week. There was like it ended, and then there was like a week with. Then they aired like the assembled, and
Yeah,
then a week reprieve, and then like a week or two later, that's when the next one would start.
right,
So,
right,
I mean, like we know there's a ton of shows coming out. So,
exactly.
I obviously the pandemic played a part in
Yeah,
filming stuff.
I think that's why we got more television shows.
Because we
And
know that Ms. Marvel was supposed to come out before No Way Home
hmm
originally, right? And I think even Falcon and Winter Soldier was supposed to come out earlier than it did in the
right.
timeline. So they had to shift around things. So I'm hopeful that with everything kind of in Hollywood in I guess full swing, that all these
Yeah.
we're trying like again. I think this year we're gonna get back to back stuff or even overlapping between Marvel and Star Wars, right?
hmm
Uh, but and then moving forward, hopefully if Obi-Wan does really well, Star Wars kicks up its production on other things. Finally, let's hear about Lando. Let's hear about the New Republic, Rangers of the New Republic, and everything else that's like so secretive that they've kept under wraps. That we hopefully will get more news and celebration, but
Yeah.
we should run into a point where there's a lot going on at the same time, which I'm
It's
fine
gonna be
with.
ama- it's gonna be amazing once like Andor starts and
Yeah.
All of that when we start getting stuff from Andor and getting stuff from other places. It's just going to be, getting our first trailer of Ms. Marvel. I mean, like first real trailer
Trailer.
of Ms. Marvel and
Yeah.
She-Hulk. You know, it's
Yep.
just so cool.
What are we going to see at Celebration, and what are we going to see at D23?
Right. I know. I can't wait.
Yeah.
All right. Marvel has also released a featurette and 3 character posters for Moon Knight. Let's talk about the trailer first. I thought that it was interesting when what's his name, Ethan Hawke, who plays the villain, was talking about the duality, that
Yeah.
everything has a duality.
Everything's a duality.
Because Mark Spector, who plays Mark Spector, who is Moon Knight, he has what is it? So, something something disorder, identity disorder,
Yeah.
dissociative
Identity.
identity disorder. I think that's what it's called, DID. And so he's always another person, and then then Moon Knight happens, and that's another part of his being, and
Right.
we'll see other representations when we show you the posters of Moon Knight. So it's going to be. I think this is going to be another show to watch.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Again, I can't believe in like a month's time there will be people walking around with Moon Knight shirts and
mm-hmm.
apparel and stuff, and people will know that name.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, because he's not. Again, he's not a well-known character. I mean, he's well-known amongst Marvel fans, but
Yeah.
not. And they went full on Moon Knight with his outfit. I mean, looks
Yeah.
incredible. Um, yeah, that's one of his looks. That I'm not exactly sure if this is a variant of Moon Knight or what. That's what they said it was, but this is him as full on Moon Knight.
Yeah.
That's like a really. I mean, look at that.
That's
And I
crazy.
love the fact that they did glowing eyes. I would love for them to do Batman with glowing eyes for once.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be so cool because that's the way it looks like in the comics.
Right.
So, and then this is Mr. Knight, who's a different identity from the main Moon Knight. And, a lot of people thought that he was just going to have a small part, but now people are thinking he's going to have a bigger part. And I can't wait to see. Like I know him from the comics, but I don't really know him. So
Yeah.
I'm just curious to see, who he ends up being, and yeah, it's just going to be it's going to be a good time.
Yeah. Like I don't know a lot about him, so I have no expectations going in.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've come to the end of our program. Thanks to everybody who came by, stopped by. We really appreciate your support. It's very meaningful to us. For anybody who is new, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel, and for everybody else, and to hit that bell for notifications. And for everybody else, before you leave, if you could hit that like button for us, that would be wonderful. And let people know who weren't able to come that this will be in a replay tomorrow, right? Or
It should be up right after
right
this.
after. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it'll be up soon. Anyway, again, thank you so much, everybody. And with that, we will see you later. Bye.
Yep. Catch you on the flip side.